What's up, everybody? Tonight we are doing a little video. It's going to be about the phrases and words and abbreviations and stuff like that that you will need to know if you are going to involve yourself in the sneaker game in any way. That goes for buying, reselling, customizing, restoration, anything that has to do with sneakers. These are some of the words you're going to need to know. Not all the words, but some of the words. These are the most important ones. If you're just starting out, these are the ones you're going to need to know. Before we get into the video, same as always, please subscribe, hit the notification bell, like, comment, and share. And without too much further ado, let's get into it. The first one you're going to need to know is DS. And DS stands for Deadstar. That means it's brand new. They've never been tried on. They have all the extra laces, accessories, everything that came with it is just like they're fresh out of the store, fresh out of the factory. That's DS, Deadstar. PADS is pass as dead stock, or VNDS is very near dead stock. That means you maybe tried them on once or twice. You didn't wear them outside. You just maybe tried them on to see how they felt, to see if the size was right. Maybe walked around the house in them. That's PADS and VNDS. Next up is beaters. Your beaters are your everyday shoes, the ones you don't care if they get beat up and dirty and scuffed and scraped and scratched. Those are your beaters. The ones with the heel drag, they're dirty. These are not worth much on the resale value. People will buy them. People like me will buy them, but they're not worth much. Next is BNIB, NIB, or NWB. That is the brand new inbox, or new with box. Self-explanatory. Brand new shoes with the original box. Bin is the buy it now price. So if you see somebody listing shoes and it says bin $250, that means you can buy it right now for $250. That's bin. OBO, not to be mistaken for Drake's OVO. OBO, that's or best offer. So if you see somebody selling a pair of shoes and it says $250 OBO, that means you can make them a realistic offer, a fair offer, and they may accept. Or best offer, whoever offers the most or the closest to that number that they're looking for, that's who gets it. NWT is new with tags. Self-explanatory. Again, new shoes with the tags, with all the extra, with everything it came with. NWOT, new without tags. I mean, shoes don't really have tags, but new without tags, if they're brand new but they don't have the extra laces, that's kind of what you're dealing with. So then we have Fufu, Fugazi, replica. Those all mean they are not authentic and you should steer clear. Next one is heel drag. Heel drag is the wear on the sole of your shoe near the heel area from dragging your feet. People like me who don't tie their shoes, back in the day before I knew about heel drag, I didn't tie my shoes, I let my heels drag, fucked my shit up. So heel drag, it decreases the value big time. Next up is star loss. If you look on the toe on the bottom of your Jordans, you will see a bunch of little stars. If those stars rub off, that is called star loss, and that decreases the value as well. Next up is factory laced. Factory laced is pretty self-explanatory. It means the shoes are laced like they just came out of the factory, like they just came out of the store. If your shoes are factory laced, does that mean they just came out of the factory or the store? No, there's a lot of people that know how to factory lace, so that does not mean they just came out of the factory. The next up is creasing. Creasing is if you get wrinkles or bends in the material of your shoes, usually in the toe box of your Jordan 1s or your Air Forces. Creasing can decrease the value, but it is easy to fix and easy to prevent if you get the right products, right stuff. Unauthorized or B grade. Unauthorized or B grade, it means there was a small factory flaw, maybe a loose thread, stitching could have been a little off. might be a dot of paint where it's not supposed to be. Usually it's a very minuscule mistake. Most people, I mean, sneakerheads will notice. People that are really into sneakers are going to notice, but most people don't notice. They are cheaper. A lot of people say they're not authentic. They are authentic. They just did not pass the main inspection. Sample. Sample is a prototype sneaker that was made specifically for an athlete or a person that was not released to public. It was just, they tested it out and that was it. Size run. Size run is the size range of sneakers that are available at that seller, from that seller or reseller. So say if there's size 6 to 12, that's a full size run. They have the GS size run, which is a grade school size run, adult size run, women's size runs. So a size run just means the sizes that that person has available. Bricks. Brick is a hyped up shoe that made all kinds of commotion before it dropped, but then once it dropped, it flopped. Nobody bought it. They're not going for any money. They're not going for above retail. Sometimes they're not even going for retail. Those are bricks. FCFS. So a lot of stores do FCFS or they do raffles. FCFS is first come, first serve. So usually they will do a raffle. Some will do first come, first serve. When they do first come, first serve, usually just in a few minutes, those shoes are sold out. So next up, we have legit check. Legit check means you go through every avenue you can to ensure that your shoes are authentic. Get your black light. You can use check for a small amount of money will authenticate your shoes. But there's a bunch of different ways that you can authenticate at home. I'll make a video on that at some point. We'll get into that later though. Now we're going to get into more about the actual shoe. So highs. Highs are high tops. They lace above the ankle. Mids are mid tops. They lace around the ankle. They're halfway between a high and a low. Lows are low tops. They lace below the ankle. GS is grade school sizes. BC is baby crib sizing. PS is preschool sizing. Silhouette. The silhouette is the design of the sneaker. So, for example, the Jordan 1 silhouette. The Jordan 1 design is the silhouette. Bread. Bread refers to the black and red colorway. Black, red, bread. So if you hear bread, that means it's black and red. I think pretty much every Jordan has a bread colorway. So that leading into that colorway. The colorway refers to the color combination on your sneakers. Whatever colors are on your shoe, that is the colorway. Retro. Retro is any numbered Jordans that were released years ago and then re-released, such as 1s, 4s, 12s, 13s, and they go way up. Those are retros. A Grail. Grail is a sneaker. It's like the one that got away, the one that you really want to get your hands on but haven't yet. The Grail is the sneaker of all sneakers. If there was one sneaker that you wanted in your collection, would do anything to get in your collection, that is your Grail. So the next section, I tried to break these all into like little subsections. I didn't do a great job, but I tried. So this section is parts of the shoe. So first we have the aglet. The aglet is the tip of your shoelaces. It usually comes in plastic or metal. That's the aglet. Icy Soul. The Icy Soul is a transparent sole. It usually has like a bluish tint. They will get yellow with age. It's from oxidation. When that happens, you get into your next term, which is ice your soles. You can ice your soles when they get oxidized. There's different chemicals and steps. I have a video on that if you would like to check it out. But you get the oxidation out of your shoes, out of your soles, and that's called icing your soles. The midsole. The midsole is the part of the sole that touches your foot, that's visible. Usually it's where like the air bubbles or the shocks on the Nikes will be. It's made to absorb shock. It's usually made cushiony. It's right above the outsole. The outsole is the bottom of your shoe, the part that touches the ground, the part you walk on. And from the outsole, you get up to the midsole, and then you get up to the uppers. And the uppers is the part of your shoe that wraps around your foot. It's the main section, usually made of leather, nubuck, suede, all that kind of stuff. The Dubray. The Dubray is a little tag. Usually you see that on like the Air Forces. It's at the very bottom of the laces. It's a little tag. That's called the Dubray. The insole. The insole is the cushiony part in the inside of your shoe where your foot rests. That is the insole. You can usually pull it out. Just a little thin foam piece. That is the insole. The toe box. The toe box is the area on the front of your sneaker that covers your toes. Usually runs from the bottom of the laces to the tip of your toe. The heel tab. The heel tab is material attached on the heel area of your shoe. A lot of times it's a little fabric loop you put your finger in to help you pull your shoe on. A lot of times it's like on the Jordans, there's like a rubber or plastic piece on the back with a Jordan logo. That is your heel tab. The eye stay. The eye stay are the holes that your laces run through. The sock liner / collar, that is the cushion part that runs around your ankle on the inside of your shoe above the insole. The vamp. The vamp is the whole toe section of your sneaker. Next up we have HS. HS is Hyperstrike. Those are the most exclusive sneakers. They come in very limited quantities. The majority of those are given to family and friends. Those are Hyperstrike. They're hard to get your hands on. QS, Quickstrike. These are fairly rare as well. They're not as rare as the Hyperstrike sneakers. They're usually only carried in the most exclusive shoe stores, considered tier 0. SP is Special Project. They represent the highest level of Nike quality. It's an avenue for all the Nike creators. All Nike Lab releases are SP. NRG stands for Energy. The Nike's Energy team deals with limited collabs, special editions, limited releases, and college PEs. These are the most hyped up, sought after sneakers to hit the resale market and are very hard to get. LE, Limited Edition, a sneaker that is produced in limited amounts and only available through limited retailers. LS, Lifestyle shoes. These are your casual, wear around everyday comfortable shoes. PRM, these are your premium shoes. High quality materials, high quality finishes, but are still a general release. ACG, if you see the Nike boots, Nike ACG boots, that stands for all conditions gear. They're supposed to be made for rain, snow, whatever weather, all conditions gear. If you see Nike SB, as in like on the Dunks, Nike SB stands for skateboard. So that's the Nike skateboard brand. Collaboration. Collaboration is when a sneaker company works with an athlete or a company to make a special release. So for example, the Jordan 1 Travis Scott's. They worked with Travis Scott. That was a collaboration with Travis Scott to make the Jordan 1. Sitting. Sitting is when a sneaker gets released, doesn't sell very well. They sit in the store on the shelf for a long period of time without anybody buying them. That is sitting. Backdooring. Backdooring is when retailers sell sneakers to people, usually in large amounts, for a little over profit. So when release time comes, they act like they were all sold out, but really what they did was dump them out the back door to somebody for a markup, so they could get that money instead of the resellers. Family and friends. A lot of special edition limited release shoes, they only make a certain amount, and a certain amount of those are set aside specifically for family and friends. My best example would be like the Wahlburger 4s. The majority of those shoes went to Mark Wahlberg's family and friends. PE, a player exclusive, is a sneaker that was made specifically for an athlete and only for that athlete. You can still get your hands on those shoes. It is difficult and they are worth big money, but you can still get your hands on those shoes. There's player editions as well, which is a sneaker that was made for an athlete but was also released to the public. Reseller. A reseller is a person that buys shoes strictly with the intent of reselling them for a profit. If you're not buying them to put on your feet, or you're not buying them for your own personal collection, you are buying them just to sell them to make money, you are a reseller. GR is a general release. You can get your hands on them usually just in your retail store, Finish Line, Foot Locker, Champs, Foot Action, places like that. That's a general release. And limited means it's a limited release. It's a rare sneaker. They're more expensive on the retail side, and you can usually only hit on those on a raffle on Sneakers or Finish Line or wherever you do your raffles. And restock is when a store sells out of a shoe real quick. Like I said, usually those nice limited releases, within 3 minutes, within a few minutes, they're out the door, gone. So a restock is when, say, a few weeks, a month down the road, they put those in the store again for sale. That is a restock. And that is going to complete my list tonight. I hope it helps you guys. I hope this gives you an edge when dealing with whoever you're dealing with, whether you're buying or selling. I hope this gives you a little insight. I hope that everybody can get a little bit of assistance from this list. I know when I first started, I wish I had seen a list like this, because people said shit like this to me and I was fucking clueless and I looked like an idiot. So knowledge is power. The more you know when you go into a deal, the better off you are going to be. So like I said, I hope this helps. Please, everybody, subscribe, hit the notification bell, like, comment, and share. And until next time, I'm out.